So, my dear students, so the subject metal casting and welding. So, this is a fourth session, lecture number 4. So, in this session, discussing about the core and different types of cores used in foundry industries, and concept of the gating system, and different types of gating systems used in the foundry, and functions of the riser. What is the necessity of risers and vent hole? You can discuss in this session. So, go for the first one. You can first can go study about the discussing about the cores. What is core? Core are used in the mold to produce mainly hollow and internal cavity in the casting. The suppose the as per customer requirement in the cast part, the hole or cavity is required. According to that, you have to prepare the core. The core you can prepare that sand, additives, binders, and water. You can mix and prepare the sand. Then you can use that sand. You can prepare the cores before. After that, you can put into the cavity. So we'll get the hollow or internal cavities in the casting part. Definition of core. So it is a projection of a sand mass in the mold. It is used to get the internal counters like hollow portion, cavities, etc. in the casting. It is called as a, the main concept is, so it is a hollow or cavities is required in the component or casting. So the course is a very essential use. Core sand is used to prepare the core. Core sand consists of a base sand, binders, and water. If it is required, then you can mix with water and you can prepare the core as per the drawing. So, need of core, the first point, to make a internal cavities and hollow portions. Second one is a strength to the molds. So, methods of core making. So, core sand preparation. First, you can preparation of the sand. Core sand preparation is very important. The preparation of sand means the ingredient you can mix that additives, binders, and water, and binders and additives and waters. So core making, as per drawing, you can prepare the cores, whatever, how much dimensions you can refer the drawing. Then you can prepare the core making or core. You can prepare that. After that, core baking. Core baking after preparing the core, then you can put it to the oven. Some percentage 200 to 300 or 400 centigrade. You can heat it. So baking the core. After that, you can remove that, you can cool that room temperature. Then you can, core finishing is important. You can take the sandpaper, you can rub it slightly, you can remove that any scale present on that surrounding of the core. So you can see this figure clearly understand. There are two boxes, left and right. So here the center hole is there. In between these two boxes, the hole is there. You can fill the sand. So you can see the second figure. So you can fill the sand and ramming. With the help of rammer, you can ram it, you can tightly pack it inside that hole completely. The core sand preparation, you can fill it here and ram it. And after that, so you can separate these two boxes, left and right boxes. The whatever portion which is a cylindrical portion, it is called as a core. As per drawing, you can prepare the mold box, core box. Then you have to fill the sand. After that, you can open that. So you get the core. This core is put into the oven. It is baked with 200 to 300 centigrade. You can bake the core. After that, you can finishing that. Then you can use just this required point. So this is a flow diagram. How it is this one? Say what I will explain. This is same. You can see that. So different types of cores used in the foundry industries. So first one is based on the material from which they are made. Based on the material from which they are made. So first one is a green sand core. Green sand core is composed of a mixture of a silica sand, binders. Binders may like example is bentonite, moisture and additives. So dry sand core means it is a composite of mixture of silica sand and binders. The binders may be sodium silicate,
ester, Portland cement, linseed oil, mineral oil, or natural oil using any one of them. No baked sand core, it is a composed of a mixture of silica sand and binders. The binders may be synthetic resin like phenol or urea, formaldehyde, and certain chemicals are used to hardeners and catalysts to being out of chemical reaction with the binders due to the which bonding of sand grains take place. Instead of baking, some the binders of synthetic resins like phenol and urea, formaldehyde, certain chemicals are used to harden the core. Second point, based on their position of the core and their uses. The first one is a horizontal core. We can see this figure clearly understand. So this is a drag box. This is a core box. Joining between these two boxes, it is called as a potting line. So here the rectangular block is there, but in the rectangular block the hole is required as per the drawing. So you can put a core here. So this hatching line it shows the core. This is a drag box, core back. This one is sand surrounding of this pattern. You can put a preparation of sand, molding sand. You can use that. So this cavity is required. The core is here. That is a core. This is a potting line. This is a core print. This is a core print. So the horizontal core means the core is located or mounted parallel to the ground. Parallel to the ground. So that's why it is called as a horizontal core. This is based on the position of the core. The position of the core is parallel to the ground. The core position is parallel to the ground. So that's why it is called as a horizontal core as shown in figure. Second one, vertical core. The position of the core is in a vertical perpendicular to the ground. You can see this is a drag box, scope box surrounding sand, and this is a potting line. This is the white portion. It is called as a cavity. This cavity, this is a component. Cavity means that is a cast part. So in this center, the hole is required in the cavity or cast part. So the core is there. Core print we can provide it here. It is a perpendicular to the ground, vertical position. Perpendicular ground means it is a vertical position you can put in this cavity. So that's why it is called as vertical core. So next is a balanced core. You can see third one, balanced core. So this is exactly center of the line, potting line. The cope and drag joining these center line, it is called as a potting line of the mold box. Potting line. So in this potting line, 50% portion area will be drag box and remaining 50% area will be in the cope box. In between this core is provided here. It is a balance. 50% of the core in a cope box and 50% of the core in a drag box. It is a balanced maintained. So it is called as balanced core type. Same. All concept will be same. Drag box and cavity. So whenever required point, the core will be located or provided. So next is a drop core type. Fourth one. So you can see this is a cope box and drag box and potting line. This is the actual component, this one. But here, small hole is required at the bottom side. It is a drop it down, moving it downwards. It is a drop core, this one. This is a drop core. It is located in a drag box here. So next, concept of the gating system. This is the core, discussing about the core. Next, we can move to the concept of the gating system. Concept of the gating system. Gating system refers to various channels in the mold cavity. Various channels means just like flowing the metal inside that channel, the flowing the liquid metal. So the various mold cavity. So you can see this figure clearly understand. Liquid metal you can put it here. So this is a 5 to 6 centimeter height. It is called as a pouring cup. The vertical height is it is not a straight line. It is a conical shape. It is called as a sprue. And bottom side it is called as a sprue basin. And then you can the horizontal line that indicates for the runner and gates and enter to the cavity. So this is a cavity inside that cope and drag box. This is a riser. We can see here. Suppose here. So this is a sprue cup. This one sprue cup. You can put it to the liquid metal in this cup, and metal is flowing with the help of gravitational force. There is no external source of energy required. So it is a vertical passage. It is a conical shape. It is called as a sprue. Complete here. After that, the sprue basin to runner. So gate or in gates. There are 4 ingates are there and enter to the cavity, and riser will be there as shown in figure. This is the main concept of the gating system. You can see under figure same sprue basin or sprue cup, vertical height it is called as a sprue basin. This is a runner, this is a gate or in gate, and metal enter to the cavity and riser. This is concept of the gating system. So elements of gating system I have already explained in figure. So there are 3 pouring basin or pouring cup, first 5 to 6 centimeter height. Sprue is a vertical height. It is called as a sprue. Sprue base at bottom side of the vertical sprue, it is called as a sprue base. Next one is a runner, gate or in gates. Next one is enter to the cavity. Functions of the gating system. The main important functions of the gating system. It should help easy to complete the fill the cavity, mold cavity. Easy to flow the liquid metal passing sprue to the mold cavity. It is easy to flow, filling in the mold cavity. And second point important, it should fill with the least turbulence. That is very important. So it should prevent the mold erosion. It is also it's very important. These are the functions. The main function of the gating is properly maintain gating system, easy to metal flow, and fill the least and it should fill the with the least turbulence, and it should prevent the mold erosion, and it should provide the directional solidification, and it should regulate the rate of flow into the mold cavity, and it should establish the proper temperature gradient in the casting, and these are the important functions of the gating systems. And next go for different types of gating systems used in the foundry industries. So the first one is a top gating system. The cavity is filled from the top side with the metal is liquid is flowing with the help of gravitational force. And bottom gate system, the cavity is filled from the bottom side of the metal, liquid metal enter to the bottom side of the cavity. And potting line, exactly potting line, the metal will be entered to the cavity, filled in the potting line. And step gating, the cavity is filled from the number of gates. First one is a top gating. You can see this figure. The cavity is filled from top. A top gate is made in the top portion of the mold. So you can see directly molten metal, you can put it here, directly enter to the cavity in the top side. This is a drag box, cope box, this is a drag box, this one is a cavity. Directly molten metal enter to the cavity with the help of gravitational force. There is no external energy required. Metal will be directly enter to the cavity to fill the cavity. That's why it is called as a top gating system. So bottom gating system, next one is, we can see this figure. The cavity is filled from bottom. A bottom gate is made in the drag portion of the mold. So see, you can, this is a sprue cup, runner, sprue cup, sprue, runner, and gate, and enter to the mold cavity. That is the bottom side. Liquid metal enters through the mold cavity at bottom side. The cavity is filled from the bottom. A bottom gate is made in the drag portion. This is a drag portion. This is a drag. This is a cope of the mold. So potting line gate, third one. Potting line gate. The cavity is filled from the gate located at the potting line center. Potting line means joining of these two boxes, cope and drag. This line that indicates that the potting line. Joining point, it is called as a center line. It is called as a potting line of the mold box. So the cavity, you can see this. This is a sprue cup, sprue, runner, and enter to the cavity. So this exactly center of this mold liquid metal enter to the cavity. So potting line gate. Step gate, the cavity is filled from the number of gates. That is a more than 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So number of multiple gates means it is a more than 1 or 2. More than 1. So you can see this figure. So this is a sprue cup is there. And this is a sprue. And this is the step gates. 1, 2, 3. In this figure it shows that 3 gates. The liquid metal enters from runner through the step gate to the cavity. This is fill the liquid metal. Concept of the risers. Next to move for the riser. What is the necessity of the riser used in the foundry or mold box? What the main function of the riser? So you can see the principle. First you can see the study about the principle. During the solidification of the metal, volumetric changes take place. Why volumetric changes take place. Thus, when the metal is completely solidified, total volume is reduced to decrease the dimensions. The volume at the time of shrinkage, it is called as shrinkage allowances. I'll come next. Already you studied shrinkage allowances, machining allowances, distortion allowances, wrapping allowances. So the main concept of the riser, during the solidification of the metal, volumetric changes take place. Why it is take place? Due to the shrinkage of the metal. Due to the shrinkage of the metal, the volumetric change take place. Thus, when the metal is comparatively solidified, total volume is reduced. Thus, there is a decrease in total dimension and also surface shrinkage at the top of the casting, which has to be compensated by providing the extra metal above the solidifying the metal. This method providing reservoir of metal is called riser. This metal providing a reservoir, it acts as a reservoir tank, then supplied to the small amount of metal, liquid metal is supplied to the riser to the required point cavity. The process is riser. Definition of riser. Riser or feed head is a vertical passage. We have already seen riser or feed head. Another name it is called as a feed head. Is a vertical passage that store a liquid metal and supplies the same of the casting as it solidifies. As it solidifies, if it is required, just like it acts as a reservoir tank and supply to the liquid metal if it is required. Functions of the riser. Functions of the riser. So first one is to supply the molten metal and eliminate shrinkage cavity. That is very important. Main is the main point. And second important point, provide directional solidification. Third one is to help easy to air and gases and solidify later than the casting. Promote the minimum wastage of metal. So these are the 5 important main function of the riser. First one is a molten metal. Supply the molten metal, eliminate the shrinkage cavity, provides directional solidification, helps easy escape of air and gases, solidify later than the casting, promote minimum wastage of metal. Types of risers used in the industries. Basically 2 types. One is a open riser, open to the atmosphere at the top, and blind risers close to the atmosphere. So first one you can study about the open riser. In this type, the top surface of the riser will be open to the atmosphere and hence the molten metal is subjected to the atmospheric pressure directly. Open riser means the enormous gas will be present on that liquid metal. Then gas is also escaping through the open risers. This is the first point. Second point, it is directly exposed to the atmosphere. Atmospheric pressure directly you can atmosphere and hence molten metal is subjected to the atmospheric pressure directly. That means automatically liquid gas goes to the atmosphere through the riser. You can see this figure. This is a drag box, sprue cup, sprue, runner, cavity. This is a riser you can provide it here. Once you can fill that cavity, liquid metal, then close to the liquid metal raises to the riser. It can further sub-classified into 2 types. Top riser and side riser. So you can see this figure. So this is a top riser. Sprue is there. You can metal put it here and coming sprue and runner and enter to the cavity, and top of this cavity provided the riser. This is a open riser, open or top riser, open or top riser. So you can see here. Second one, side riser is provided here. This is a side riser. Sprue is there, molten metal coming from the here, rise sprue to the runner to the directly goes to the cavity. Once cavity is completely filled here, then metal is returned flow reverse. You can raise to the riser. This is a closed type. It should not expose to the atmosphere directly. Blind riser, second one, blind riser. In this type of riser is completely enclosed in the mold, not exposed to the atmosphere. Due to this, the metal in the riser cools slower and thus stay liquid longer, promoting directional solidification. You can see this riser. You can see this is a riser. This is a complete. Actually, your object is this one.